Second stage of the Tour of the Basque Country. Road racing, not as long a day as we thought we were going to get, but the only day that the sprinters would have their fun. Course amended by 12 kilometres due to a road safety issue on the descent off the originally planned climb, so a new climb was invoked. It didn't disturb the balance of the day, not least because we had a 61 kilometre circuit at the very end which remained unchanged, so the challenges were effectively still the same. Destination Lodosa, and some of the late inclusions in the roster for this race, such as Caleb Ewan, Aberystwyth, Yuri Leitao, they were brought here to do a job, and that was to win a sprint stage. This, the only one of the race. Well, it also drew a breakaway, and quite a strong one as well, I've got to say, with Tobias Bayer for Alpecin up the road, Isas from Euskaltel, Carrera with Areola, and Fernandez from Burgos. But it was Diego Urate that was the happiest man out there. The intermediate sprints were going the way of Tobias Bayer, but before we came to air there was a climb which Urate duly took, turning that King of the Mountains jersey which he was carrying on behalf of Max Schachmann, who won the time trial, and making it his own. Urate with the points necessary to make him the King of the Mountain by the end of the day. But who would be the King of the Hill as far as the sprinters were concerned? Caleb Ewan starting off as the out-and-out favourite, and as our loop around and away from our destination town of Lodosa was nearly completed, our breakaway, well, it detonated itself. We'd already lost Areola. Isasa pushed on from Euskaltel Euskadi. Tobias Bayer, who'd maxed out on the intermediate sprints, was soon to be caught, along with Fernandez from Burgos, and Urate, our now King of the Mountains man. This incident, however, almost cost an awful lot. Victor Campenaerts just trying to find space on the left-hand side where none was available as the peloton compressed. Luckily, it was inside the last 3 kilometres, so no time was lost by he or the other fallen riders. Finally, our breakaway caught with just 2 kilometres remaining, and then a technical run-in, so who would come out on top? Setting out their stall were Intermarché Wanty on the left-hand side of the road. Caleb Ewan was being guided in, but well, could he possibly live up to the billing? Kim Heiduck was his guide, and then Ewan decided, you know what, I'm just going to have to do this on my own. Last unwind, he went for space rather than position, and indeed made it count. Genius at work. Luca van Boven so close, but Caleb Ewan nailed the day. Tronchon in third place ahead of Gruel and Leitao. Well, the thanks rang out amongst his teammates. He delivered. Second win of the season after winning the opening stage of the Coppi Bartali. But Caleb Ewan is back on song. New team, new demeanour, and another victory for this man. Great sprinter, lived up to the billing, super aero, no catching him. Ewan taking it ahead of Van Boven, Tronchon, Cruel, Leitao. Zangler was also in the frame with Van der Bosch, Wertgen, Aberystwyth and Forberger. Super to see him smiling, and indeed you could see how welcome the victory was for Ineos Grenadiers. Our overall leader is Max Schachmann. Still the same time gaps that we had on the opening day from the time trial, but a rolling day tomorrow. He's possibly going to be in gold again by the day's end. Let's see how we roll, shall we? Another beautiful day in prospect with great weather on the cards. Can't wait. We'll see you tomorrow.